morning, dear students. Today we are going to start our social studies class with chapter 3, weather and climate. In this chapter, we already discussed about weather, climate, difference between weather and climate. Now we are going to start our chapter with remaining part, factors influencing climate. Dear students, if we are going to talk about the factors which will influence climate, then many factors are there. Because of that, the climate is going to be changed. Our first factor is here, distance from the equator. The climate of a place is influenced by its distance from the equator. Means whenever we are going nearby equator, then climate is differ, and whenever we are going far from the equator, means nearby poles, then the climate is differ. The places near the equator are much hotter because they receive more sunlight than anywhere else on the earth. Means whenever we are going nearby the equator, then we feel more hot because that place receives more sunlight than anywhere else on the earth. The sun rays falling on the equator are vertical and spread over a small area, means that place feels too much hotter. However, as we move away from the regions of the equator towards the poles, means wherever we are going nearby poles, then the sun rays become slanting and cover a large area. Because of that place feels too much cold, and the polar regions experience cold climate. Second is altitude. Climate of a place is also affected by its altitude. Altitude means from the height of the ground. The places at lower altitude are hotter than the places at higher altitude. Means if we are going to talk about that places which are in height from the ground level, that are too much cold, and whatever places are at downside they feel hot. We can say that many places like hill station like Nainital, Simla, Mansoori feels cold all over the year, and many mountain peaks is covered with snow throughout the year. So we can say that altitude is a factor whichever influence the climate. Second is next one is distance from the sea. Distance from the sea is also influencing climate. The places situated near the sea have moderate climate. If we are talk about places which are nearby sea, like west coast, Mumbai is being there, and that place feel moderate climate throughout the year. These places experience cool sea breeze. Means throughout the year that places feel cool breeze. On the other hand, the places far away from the sea don't experience sea breeze, like Delhi. Delhi is far away from the sea coast, so it's feel throughout the year hot, and winter in summer and cold. So we can say that if any place is nearby the sea, then it will moderate climate throughout the year, and if place is far away from the sea, then that will cold in winter and hot in summer. Now direction of the wind. Wind blowing from sea to land is known as sea breeze. Means whichever wind blowing from sea to land, means flowing is from sea to land, is known as sea breeze. And these winds carry moisture and bring rain to the coastal areas. If any type of rain is being happen in coastal area, then the responsibility of that sea breeze. Wind blowing from land to sea, means whichever wind is blowing from land to sea is known as land breeze, and these winds are blowing from cold areas. They will be cold and dry in winter. And next one is humidity. The moisture content and water vapor present in air is known as humidity. Means whatever water vapor present in our air is known as humidity. And humidity also affects the climate of a place, as it causes rainfall. Means if rainfall is happen nearby us, then the main cause is here is humidity. In very cold places, humidity causes snowfall, like in hilly areas. If cold places are there, then humidity will be changes. Instead of the rainfall, it changes into snowfall. Now we are going to discuss about climatic zone. If we are going to talk about climatic zones, then there are mostly three climatic zones are there. First one is torrid zone, second one is temperate zone, and third one is frigid zone. 66 and a half degree north means 90 degree north pole side. That pole is known as frigid zone. 23 and a half degree north and between the 66 and half degree north, that place is known as north temperate zone. And between 0 degree equator and 23 and a half degree north is known as torrid zone. Between 0 degree and 23 and a half degree south is known as torrid zone. And between 23 and a half degree south and 66 and a half degree south is known as south temperate zone. And nearby the 90 degree southern hemisphere, south pole, it is known as frigid zone. If we are going to talk about torrid zone, then that's lies between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. And if we are going to talk about temperate zone, then northern hemisphere is between the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle. And if we are going to talk about southern hemisphere, then between the Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. And last one is frigid zone. That's the areas around the poles, means areas nearby South Pole and North Pole is known as frigid zone. It's about your chapter climate and weather. Thank you.